Oh, yo, guys, what up? And welcome to my free training on how to build a social media marketing agency in 2020. Now, you guys are constantly messaging me on Instagram about how to build your agency. So, what I'll be doing is a one-to-one coaching program for some of you guys. So, if you're interested, click the link below and we'll go from there. But anyway, without further ado, let's tap onto the laptop and yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys, so starting a social media marketing agency in 2020. All right, guys, so this is my 5 step formula. Number one, building the foundation. Number two, service and processes. Number three, client acquisition. Number four, getting results. And number five, scaling. All right, so step one, building a foundation. So a strong foundation is the key to creating success. All right, so what is a social media, or what is social media marketing? So it's basically managing a company's social media page, helping a company bring in more revenue through online advertisement, and to basically bring in more awareness and attract potential customers. So guys, basically, it's fairly simple. All we're really doing is basically bringing in more revenue for these companies or businesses, and just putting their name out there. You know, so it's fairly simple, guys. So one thing this is why I always ask, during my, when guys join my coaching program, what's your reason for starting your agency? So, one of my reasons is simply due to the fact that, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 job. I want to be able to travel up and down the world. I want to be able to do whatever I want. And I definitely can't do that if I'm, sitting in some bloody office on a, on a 5 day basis. It's just it just doesn't work for me. Another reason for you guys, it might be due to the fact that you may have kids. I've got a kid as well. I've got a daughter. There's certain things that I want to do with my daughter, and I can't do that if I'm working in like a 9 to 5 job all day. So, guys, you gotta ask yourself these questions. What's the real goal here? Why are you doing this? Right, so guys, one thing you have to do is basically understand the market. So this is most agency owners for you. I help businesses make more money through social media marketing. And these guys basically they sell through the process rather than on results. This is me when I first started. So I remember I was one of my first this was literally my first meeting, my first discovery meeting with a potential client of mine. It was like for like some little dessert shop. And I remember sitting there, I was telling this guy, right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this Facebook ad, and I'm going to test this ad. I'm going to test the ad. I'm telling him all this stuff, and he had no idea what I was talking about. It was basically, I was talking a different language to him. And I'm telling him about all this stuff. And again, the only thing that he cared about was, all right, so what's the result? Where's my money? Where's the ROI in this? Where's the return on investment? Another thing as well, most agency owners do is they set unrealistic, expectations. They come into this thinking this is a get rich quick scheme, and it's not. I'll be honest with you guys, it's really not. I had to bust my ass to get where I am right now. It's absolute hard work, really is. So you have to be realistic with your expectation, guys. So top agency owners, so they basically have a clear understanding of how to make a business grow, and they talk the same language as their potential clients, and they know how to scale. So when it comes to some of these guys that start their agency, maybe you have a background in, I don't know, maybe you have a background in real estate, maybe you know about how the market works in property investment and whatnot, or how to sell houses. So I mean, if you know how to do that type of stuff, maybe your type of client that you should be going after is real estate guys, so to speak, because you know how it works, you know how to talk their language. I mean, there's other guys that come into this who you probably don't have that certain skill set or that certain knowledge of the market. So for what I say to you guys is maybe you have a thing for gym, maybe you like maybe you like to buy things on Amazon and whatnot, or maybe you just like sitting down at restaurants with your friends and you know about the best food, the best places to eat and whatnot. So maybe you want to look at restaurants for your type of niche. So another thing as well is clarity in your market. So most agency owners go from niche to niche, selling the service that a business owner clearly does not want or they don't need. So another example of this for me is basically there was a client that it's basically like a go-kart place, go-karting company. And I remember I traveled about 20 miles in an Uber. I paid like 50 quid to get there. I was so confident about closing this guy. And my offer was £1,700 for Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and camera, content creation as well. That was another one. And it's all for £1,700. And on top of the £1,700, you had to pay another £500 on top of that towards his ads. And I remember during the meeting as well, he was like, "Yeah, we've got a guy here that can already do the camera work." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no! I can do it for you, and I'll charge you just £1,700 for this." Of course, the guy never signed on, and the deal didn't fall through. So that's the thing, guys. You really have to work on or listen to these guys. Listen to the business owners and work out what they want and what they want, what they need, what their pains are as well, and just really cipher through all these things for them. All right, guys. So what do I need to start? All right, guys. So first and foremost, you need a bloody computer. Obviously you're not going to go to like your local internet cafe and do this. All right, get a bloody decent computer, decent internet connection as well, and not that Starbucks shit. All right. There's been times where I've went over to Starbucks, the internet's just absolutely terrible. It's absolutely horrible. Just not Starbucks. Don't go to Starbucks and do you work there. Get some decent internet. I've got this fiber optic, 150 meg broadband thing going on here, and it works wonders. Absolutely works wonders for me. Another one as well, Facebook Ad Manager. So guys, what I'll do is I'll probably put a link in the description to basically, it's like a step-by-step tutorial for you guys to, set up your Facebook Ads Manager. All right. So another thing as well. So what don't I need to start? All right. So a legal business just yet. What I mean by this is, obviously at some point you're gonna have to register your company, register your business, because again, Mr. Taxman, obviously at some point he's gonna come around and knock at your door. So at some point you're gonna have to register your business. But right now, as you're just getting started, just focus on sales. That's all I can advise. Just really focus on sales. Sales is the main thing that you should be working on. A website as well. Okay, this is a thing where, so I'll give you an example. When I first started my agency, I was doing cold emailing, and one guy replied. The guy he basically went on my website and he was like, "Yeah, the links to your Facebook and YouTube are broken." He just ripped me apart. I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" but maybe you do need a professional website. I hear some guys say that you absolutely don't. The main thing that you should, as I said, the main thing you should be focusing on is basically getting sailing. Again, as I said, if there's no sales, there's no business really. So, you can go ahead, you can accept the website, you can register your business and whatnot. But again, it's just time-consuming stuff, really. So just focus on the important stuff, really. Business cards, you don't need that. I've never got a sale of giving out a business card. It's just a waste of money. I've had business cards before, and again, they're upstairs in the bedroom, just gathering dust. I don't even use them at all. And yeah, in regards to anything else, you just forget it. Absolutely forget it. You don't need it at all. All right, guys. So, step 2, service you provide. So this is Confucius. So the man who chases two rabbits catches neither. All right, or neither, however you want to pronounce that. So guys, when I first started, I was hopping around from niche to niche. I was going from real estate clients. I was going to spa owners, your e-commerce. There's a whole lot of stuff, and again, nothing stuck. Absolutely nothing stuck. And the things that I was jumping, from niche to niche to, again, it was all things that I had no idea about. I just thought, if this guy on the internet, this so-called online coach, he's telling me, oh, you should do dentist, you should do this and that and other. And I have no idea how it works. You know, I have no knowledge on the business at all. I haven't done my research or anything. Yeah, I'm going from niche to niche, and I'm just basically hopping around doing all this stuff, and nothing's catching on. All right. So one thing that I would advise you guys is, focus on the one thing, the one niche, and just hone in on that. Just like really, for example, the people that I work with are real estate clients. I've really studied it hard. Again, I've never been like a estate agent before. I've never worked in that sector before at all. But I really had to learn my trade in the sense that work out what they do, how they make sales, what's their process, what's their systems and whatnot. And again, I've pretty much mastered it. All right, so it's one thing I really had to work on there. So again, it says here, the man who chases two rabbits catches neither. So guys, as I said, focus on the one niche and just stick with it. All right, just stick with it. All right, so what is my service? So this is a question you guys should be asking. So are you going to be running Facebook or Instagram ads? Are you going to be doing content creation, email marketing, SEO, or how about funnels? All right, so again, the main one is, well, for me is, Facebook and Instagram ads. And also funnels as well. That's the main thing that, my agency works on. Content creation, I don't do. Email marketing, nope. SEO, meh. Don't touch it at all. All right. Do not be the master of all trades. Again, referring back to that earlier post, the man who chases two rabbits catches neither. All right. So focus on the main thing, or focus on the one thing that is actually going to make you money. And for me personally, the thing that's made me the money is Facebook and Instagram ads. So guys, as I said, focus on the thing that makes you the money. So anything else, leave it alone. All right, guys, so what you should be doing, all right, start research for a industry that you have passion for, become a master of your niche, focus on what you're already good at and master it, and let everything else fall in line. So guys, referring back to what I already said, you really should be, honing in on what you're good at or what you have the most quote unquote knowledge about. For example, I've really had to study, real estate agents, and their systems, their processes, and what they do. I mean, other guys, as I said earlier, you might be like a guy that loves going to gym. Maybe you want to work with gyms and whatnot. So maybe you should focus on how they work and, go from there. All right. So, as I said, focus on what interests you: gyms, restaurants, e-commerce, or etc. All right. So most agency owners provide customers with a all-in-one approach and offer services businesses do not need. As I said, referring back to the go-kart place, I was offering this guy this. It was basically kind of like a package service where it's like it's £1,700 and that's it. This is what you're getting and nothing else. All right, guys. Again, as I said, you really have to sit down with these business owners and focus on what they actually need rather than what you're trying to shove down their throat. Right. All right, guys. So this is basically the process. So basically, you're running a Facebook ad that either gives free value or a reduced price. So, for example, in the case of, let's say, real estate clients, because guys, by the way, that I'm always going to refer back to real estate because that's who I work with. All right. So, in the case of real estate, let's say, for example, I run an ad that says, top 5 homes in Chelsea. All right. So I run this ad for my client, for the business, and let's say a potential customer is scrolling through Instagram or Facebook. He clicks on the ad and he goes on over to the landing page. So at the landing page, he puts in his details, his name, his email, his number as well. And then after he's done that, he goes on over to a thank you page. What he should get as well is some type of like free gift, like for example, like a brochure of the, as I said, the top 5 homes in Chelsea. Also, what you should have as well is like a Facebook pixel, so you can actually track him. You can actually track the potential customer. Again, so for example, with the pixel, guys, this is something I'm gonna have to dive down into as well in a separate video. But what the pixel will basically do is it will retarget him, so I can do like retarget ads to him, and again, it's basically just shoving my content in his direction. All right. So the pixel will just send him back to the basically the pixel will send him back to the Facebook ad, and then it's back to my landing page. All right. So client acquisition. So one thing, I love this. So only one thing counts in this world. Get them to sign on a line which is dotted. All right, guys, I absolutely love this film. This is the film Glengarry Ross. And it's true, ABC, always be closing. There's that guy, what's his name? Cassie Neistat. Basically, he's got a tattoo of it as well, ABC. And again, that's what you guys should be focusing on, is closing. Always closing your clients. Everything you do, every little activity or every little decision you make should be, towards closing your clients. Again, if there's no sales, there's no business. So focus on sales. Always be closing, guys. All right, guys. So lead sourcing. So how to find businesses. So I've done a video like this, last year, in regards to how to find businesses on Facebook. But yeah, guys, as I said, you can find businesses on Google search, Facebook, LinkedIn, or references from friends or family as well. That's another one. So it's quite useful. So there's different softwares you could use as well to find leads, such as like a Hunter.io, Lead7, or D7 Lead Finder. That's another one I like using. So there's all types of stuff to find leads. LinkedIn is another one I love using as well to get leads. So yeah, there's so many ways you can get businesses or source them out. And yeah, guys, this is another one as well. Organizing your leads on a CRM or a Excel spreadsheet. So whether you're doing that on Pipedrive, HubSpot, or Gather, Pipedrive is something that I personally use. Again, it's all about basically being organized. Make sure that your leads are in some type of table, and making sure that you can work out whether for example, with my my stuff on Pipedrive, my CRM, I've got whether or not they've replied or not, whether they've signed the deal. I've got all these things, and they've all written down, and it's all color coding and whatnot. So it's really useful, guys. Really look into it. All right, guys. So this is one way of client acquisition, one way that I use, and this is through email marketing. So hi there, hope you're well. My name is John Smith. I run a marketing agency based out in United Kingdom. We work specifically with e-commerce websites. I'd love to show you how to increase your revenue for one of our clients. All right, guys. So this is one way of getting clients. So obviously this is through email. I use these emails. Obviously I'm not going to be able to use it anymore because you guys are going to rob it. But I use these emails. I put it into a bulk email send. I do that through I can do that through MailChimp and Mailshake as well. That's a good one. And yeah, some really useful things here. So guys, if you want to screenshot these and or just copy it, again, feel free to do so. Remember, your goal is to get a meeting. All right, nothing else. Again, just get the meeting. You don't want to go back and forth with these guys. So basically, another thing as well, when these guys actually reply back to your email, again, the first and foremost, the only thing that you should be thinking is get the meeting. That's it. It's plain and simple. All right, so guys, when you have got the meeting and you got something set up, you're gonna have to really structure it. All right, so here are a few things that you should run over. So what is the objective of the meeting? What are their pains? Ask them why they agreed to have a meeting with you. Of course, once you ask that question, why did they agree a meeting with you? They're gonna give you some bullshit answer, but just blow over it. But again, be the one that's basically the thing with this. Basically, with the meetings, you always have to set the tone of the meeting. Make sure that you're the one in charge of it. All right. So again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't let these guys ask you questions. Of course, let them ask their questions. But again, you should be really asking the questions to them and finding out what they're about. All right. Get them to tell you their short-term and long-term plans. Show them how you're going to get them from zero to X amount of money. For example, one thing I like to do is basically literally getting like a pen and paper and literally writing down. So I ask them, so how much revenue did you bring in this month? How much revenue did you bring in throughout the year? And then I ask them, all right, so if you brought in, let's say, I don't know, let's say they say, oh yeah, so we've done 23,000 this month. That's when I write the number, 23K, and then I draw like a little line, and then they say, where would you like to be in the next 3 months from now, for example? And they say, all right, I want to go from 23 and I want to be making 30. And then I literally put 30, and then I draw like a hoop from the 23 to the 30. And then I put an X in the middle of the hoop, and I say, all right, then I need to get you from this 23 to the 30. And that's my job, and this is what I'm planning on doing throughout our time together. So again, it's basically just giving these guys a visual of what's actually going on here. So another thing as well, ask them when they would like to start. Again, ideally straight away. Obviously, you need to get their social media details as well and their content, and tell them the price of your service in a confident manner. I mean, going back to that story about the dessert shop. I remember I sat in front of this guy, and he's like, "All right then, so how much do you charge?" And I remember I was stuttering over my words. And again, oh my God, it was so shit. And by the way, the guy couldn't even afford it, by the way. And I was only charging, so I said 400. But the way how I said it was so unconvincing. It really was unconvincing. It was basically him and his wife sitting in front of me, and then had this little, he gave me like a free dessert, like a chocolate milkshake. as soon as I said it, I was like just sipping on the milkshake, just looking up at him. But yeah, guys, once you say the price, literally say the price and just shut up. All right, just say it and shut up and let him talk. All right. So as I said, say it in a very confident manner, and yeah, go from there. All right, guys. So taking payments. So ideally, clients should pay on a set day of each month. I like to take my payments on the literally 28th of every month. The thing with me is that I'm very systematic. I really want things to just fall in line perfectly. There's no messing about. There's just, I know money's coming on the 28th of every month. There's no messing at all. All right, and nothing as well. Clients can either pay via, they can do it manually or automatic bank transfer. Now, ideally, you don't want these guys paying manually, because again, some of these guys have, what do you call it, like buyer's remorse, where they buy something and then they think, all right, is this service really helping me? Is this really, doing anything good to my, towards my business? All right. So again, what I always advise is, make sure it's automatic. Automatic bank transfer is literally the way to go. So obviously, there's different payment systems. Obviously, PayPal, Squarespace, Stripe as well. Personally, I use Stripe. I just simply send them the invoice. I use simple invoices as well to send them over the invoice. Good thing about simple invoices as well is that once I've sent the invoice, I always get like an email back to say that they've read it, and I always know when the fuckers read it. All right, so there's no dicking around. So that's why I like this picture here. One does not simply pay invoices. I think not Mr. Client or Mr. Business Owner. You will need to pay that invoice. All right. So number 4 or step 4, getting results. All right, so Jeff Bezos. So the best customer service is if the customer doesn't need to call you and doesn't need to talk to you, it just simply works. All right. That's how I like to. Well, that's how I like my agency, to run as well. And I feel that's how most business owners would ideally like their business to run as well. Again, there's no messing about at all. So things to keep in mind of: know your customer and their needs. Give them an offer that would solve a problem, and an ad. And when it comes to ads, create an ad that captures a customer's attention and create a funnel that keeps them interested. All right. Right, guys, so your lead gen ad. All right, so guys, let's head over to Facebook. Let's crack on into this. All right, so let's have a look. All right, then. So when it comes to, guys, this is basically your Facebook ad manager. All right, guys, so lead generation. So this is the one what you're gonna want to click on. Continue. All right, so ad set name. Let's do Italian. Italian. I think I spelled that wrong. Italian restaurant. Restaurant. I'm spelling this so bad. That's really bad spelling. All right, Italian restaurant. All right, so the good thing with this, with Facebook, is, obviously you can target, a specific location. So, for example, let's do my city. Let's do Birmingham. Let's make it a bit smaller. All right, guys. So let's say I'm doing an ad and I want to target, let's say students. Let's say students. So, or let's say like university students. So when the university students start, let's say when they're about 18, and I mean, let's have a look. Let's go from 18 to, let's go about 26. And another one as well, you can get really, detailed with this. So, you're basically picking the demographic. So you could do, let's have a look. So you can browse here. So, have a thing for, food and drink. You can get really, specific with it. So let's do cuisine, and there we are, Italian. So, oops, clicking wrong from there. So Italian, that comes off. All right. And then edit placements as well. So basically, when it says edit placements, basically where do I want to target? So not streams. Instagram stories. No, we're not doing Instagram stories. We can do Instagram feed. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep it at Facebook newsfeed and Instagram feed. All right. Let's have a look. Let's take that off as well. All right then. And the budget as well. So again, the more money you put into this, then the more likely, or the more leads that are going to be coming into your, clicking on your ad basically. So I mean, ideally, what I'd advise with ads is start off cheap. Probably like £5. £5 a day or $5 a day. Depending on your location in the world. So for me, obviously £5 a day. And again, I'm only doing it so cheap so I can like basically test the ad. So ideally, when it comes to ads, something like this, for example, what it's going to be doing is, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to test like, probably like, I don't know, 2 to 3 different ads, all right? And go from there and, test 2 to 3 different ads, find out which one works the best. Once I find the winning ad, so to speak, the one that's getting me the best results, I'll probably just basically stick to the ad, and I'll probably just, maximize it, so to speak. I'll probably just make it better. All right. no leads. All right, that's obviously not good. But yeah, guys, all right, so let's have a look. So ideally what you're gonna need to do is, you know, obviously you need to design your ad, so to speak. So let's have a look at this. So when it loads up, come on. All right, templates. So let's use this one, recently used. All right, get rid of this. Obviously, we're not selling cookies. We're doing pizza. Let's say pizza sale. This is going to be really bad. Pizza sale. Pizza sale. Let's type in. Let's look at pictures as well. So the good thing about Canva as well. So this is what I'm using. That Canva is the place to go for me. You know, to design ads. It's so easy to use, and there's like free images as well. So for example, like this one. So we're going to be using here. Put that as the background. So it's basically just grab and drop, and let's kill this. We're not kill it. Let's make it white. Come on. And let's change the address. Something what they can actually see. Maybe a green will do. How do I get rid of this? Right, that's not happening. That's really not happening. And it won't go away. Oh, how do I make it go away? Hide menu. No. Right, wrong thing. Right, yeah, forget it. Just leave it, Jay. Leave it. Oh, there it is. Right, make it green. All right, so there we are. Maybe bold as well. Can I make it bold? There we are. All right. So, and as I said, this is completely free, so I can completely download this. Download it as PNG. Download. All right. So that's downloaded. So what I'm going to want to do is head on back to my Facebook Manager. Scroll down. Get rid of this. What is that doing there? Head on over to here. All right. When it loads. All right. So edit video. When it loads. God, my laptop is really struggling right now, isn't it? All right. So ideally, a single image would do. And let's put in a picture. So let's have a look. So ideally you want a single image. Let's change that image and let's get, where is it? What is this? What is going on here? Right, downloads. They added pizza sale. All right. There we are. So guys, that's single image. Right then, and then put in the, image, and then in the text, maybe it's going to be, I don't know, like 20% off your first order. God, that's so bad. 20% off your first order. So, I mean, how this one might work is you might do an ad where, you know, these guys, you know, university students might, so you might do, so guys, you might do an ad where, you know, so you might do an ad where, you know, you're targeting, you know, university students. And so you might do an ad where, you know, obviously you're targeting these university students for, you know, like 20% off their order. and all they have to do is, basically click on the ads, and they'll head over to like a landing page, for example. Let's say this was the ad. So they click this, something like this ad, then they head over to a landing page where they put their name, their email address as well. And then once they put in those details, again, they'll head over to like a thank you page where, it's like there's their offer, and all they need to do with the offer is, head on over to the restaurant and just simply, show them their phone and what will have the offer, and yeah, go from there. So again, it's fairly simple. Again, you may want to put something in the description about how it actually works and whatnot. But yeah, and obviously get offer. So leave that how it is. But yeah, guys, fairly simple. So, but yeah, guys, fairly simple stuff there. So heading back to the PowerPoints. All right, so that is basically lead gen ads in a nutshell. All right, so step 5, scaling. So James Cashpenny. So growth isn't by mere chance. It's the result of forces working together. All right. So again, at one point or at some point, with your agency, you're going to be getting about, you're going to have about 6 or 7 clients that you're working, by yourself. You're working for these, working with these clients, and you're doing everything by yourself. Again, at some point, it's going to get a bit too much. At some point, you're going to want to delegate the work to others and basically just take the workload off your shoulders. So obviously you're going to want to, kind of outsource the work to other people. So, let's have a look here. So obviously outsourcing here. So outsourcing work. So it's basically hiring freelancers. So with these freelancers, you can find them on, Fiverr. Upwork is the main one where you want to find them. And again, some of these guys are dirt cheap. You can basically hire guys from, Bangladesh and India, and again, you're paying them dirt cheap money, and again, it's cheap for you to hire these guys and get them to do the work, and again, you're just basically reaping the rewards for the work that they're doing, all right, and again, it's they're happy, you're happy, and your client's happy as well, and again, with this, you're definitely able to get yourself from 5-figure club to the 6 figures. So it really is ideal. So another one is software. So for example, with client outreach. So sometimes I use with my emails I use Mailshake. Of course, you can use Mailchimp as well. Personally, as I said, I use Mailshake for my bulk email outreach. Funnels as well. So when I want to get my real estate clients in, funnels is a great way of just bringing them in, just educating real estate agents on how Facebook ads work. Another one is a sales guy. There's a thing that I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Jordan Belfort. He said that you don't want to get a sales guy to speak on your behalf, because again, when he's speaking on your behalf about your business, he hasn't really got the heart behind it, if that makes sense. So it's ideal to do by yourself. But there's certain things that crop up during the business. For example, I use a sales guy, for my coaching to do my discovery calls. And there's, the discovery call is only like a 15-minute meeting where to sit down, you just work out your ins and outs, what your goals are, and whether or not you're a good fit for my coaching program. So sometimes the sales guy is good, sometimes he's bad. But most times, for example, when it comes to the big clients, let's say with the real estate guys, I'd rather myself sit down in front of them rather than some other guy. So guys, that's it for this video on how to start your social media marketing agency in 2020. So guys, if you do have any queries or anything that you want to ask me, by all means, hit me up in the comments or message me on Instagram. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, go from there. Peace out.